research.
Welcome to the Little Big Circle, where we're little in size, but
the big conversation.
My name is Peggy, and I am your host.
I'm Judea, I'm your co-host.
And I'm Keelana.
All right, Keelana. I tell you, Judea, you want to tell everyone what we're talking about today?
Yeah, today we're talking about violence in the rap industry, violence in the rap game, to be exact.
All right. So let's talk about it. What do we think about it? What do we think about it? First of all, did you hear of any violence in the rap community? Kiki.
Yeah, I heard of some violence in the rap community. Only question I have is, a lot of these artists are going back to their communities. And my question to the communities is, why do you guys want to kill a person that's coming back to give back to where he or she came from? I just don't understand why there's so much violence in their own communities. It's not like they're going somewhere else. They're going back to where they grew up and where they came from. So to be gunned down, shot down, and they're coming back to their community to be a blessing or to give back. I just don't understand where is so much of the hate coming from. And you know the community, you know where that person came from, you know what it's all about. So why would you want to shoot them down or gun them down?
That's a question I have too, because I don't think it's so much violence in the rap. You know what I'm saying? It's not like a ton of just rappers shooting each other. It's the rappers when they go home, these gangs or whoever where they live are the ones gunning them down. I mean, unless we're talking about, the infamous East Coast, West Coast drama with Biggie and Tupac, but you don't see a whole lot of violence like that amongst each other. Now, unless I just don't know. I might not be that tapped in to know about it,
Yeah, me personally, I don't know too much about it, but I hear a lot about it. And I'm thinking that you think it's the lyrics they singing that the people are getting, see rappers, I feel, need to realize what they saying in their rap. You know what I'm saying? I think
a lot of them are just talking about their everyday life, and they're using rap as a conduit to get their story out and then to get out of that life. A lot of them aren't trying to stay in there. They don't want to forever be a gangster. They're not trying to always have to sell drugs, but that's the life that they were living for whatever reason,
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think they intentionally want to just put out violence. That's just all they know. Some of them.
Yeah. What I'm thinking about is how my son, as people know, I have some rappers in my family. So I'm thinking about how my son, he been rapping for a long time. He's a producer now. And like he had music out when he was, when he was doing all this stuff that he was doing. But now he's a grown man and he's rapping of something meaningful, which all his raps are meaningful. But what he was like Judea was saying, he's telling a story, And it fears me as a mother, not just a mother, but a mother of rappers, that when you do pursue your dream or whatever, and you go back to your own hometown, what they facing? I'm just saying.
My question to it I won't even call it a question. It's just a thought is, first, when you were rapping, like you said, you're telling the story. So a lot of people are moving on what they're accustomed to. And so what they're accustomed to, that's what they're rapping about. So what worries me is when you come out of that life, did you leave that life? Like you coming into rap and then you go back to your old neighborhood, they're shooting you. So is it old situations, old beefs? You know, some people don't look at you, oh, as you the rapper. They look at you as, oh, I remember him from da 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 da. So it's just, to me, that's what it seems like. So to me, maybe you shouldn't go back to your neighborhood. You should just do, you know, do something on the east side, wherever you're from. Just like, here, I want to give 1,000, 10,000 to this program, that program, but not necessarily put yourself in that community because, like you said, for your son, he was a rapper and he was rapping about certain things and he became a man. So now his story has changed. So when he's rapping about it changes. So these guys that's coming in and coming into fame and coming into rap, they're accustomed to what they have been a product of in their community. So there is kids that can relate to him. When he's rapping about certain things, they can relate to that. Every kid is not listening to rap that can't relate. Some people are living that life for real. So they're listening to it and they're listening to it. But like you said, maybe you just shouldn't go back to the community. I'm just saying. I ain't gonna get shot up. Projects
Alone.
don't need no love. And you ain't finna gun me down. So look here, I donate to the cause. Leave it at that. I ain't mad at you. And you don't come back to the project. I ain't mad. That's all I'm saying.
I know that's right.
So many great that have done that. You think they can just go back home and be regular? No, you can't, because there's people hate, and then there's people who something happened. Sorry. Then there's people who don't like you already from the beginning. They didn't like you. Then you blow up, and they don't like you even more. So when you come home, they plot, and it puts sometimes people in their inner circle. You know, they just don't like you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's sad.
It's so sad. I think about the parents of those rappers because they got a mother. They got to fall somewhere. You know what I'm saying? And for you to come back home to where we come from, and that's just like me. I go back to New Haven, Connecticut, you know? And, you know, we just doing a good deed. We kicking it with the family and all of this. And all of a sudden, somebody just want to start shooting, which they do that on the regular, you know? So I'm like, I don't even know if I want my kids to even think about rap. I need them to have a second, something else, you know, because it's just too much. It's too much.
Yeah, it's a lot. Me and my husband talk about it a lot, often, you know.
Yeah, so just tell us Judea, you tell us what's your opinion, because you are in this field. You this is your job. This is you and your husband's job. So you tell us, what do you think as a personal, tell us personally, what do you think about what's going on in this, you know, I know you were speaking out, but speak as your professional, as you are a professional in what you do, you and your husband, you know?
If it was one of my artists,
yes,
I tell them, you can't hang around with people who aren't where you want to be. So in order to change your life, period, right? You got to change people, places, and things. That's just how it goes. And once you get to a certain level, you can't, it doesn't matter how great you think old buddy is on the corner and you just want to go chop it up, you can't. Once you reach a certain level, like you can't. And they say, oh, money changes you or whatever. You're not supposed to be the same person, right? That's not what you working so hard for in any field. You're not working so hard to be the same person, to hang around the same people, to do the same thing. So you can't, so we tell our artists, you get to a certain level, you get to where you see yourself being, you get to where you want to go. You want to see your mom, you're going to have to bring your mom to where you are. Move your mom out the hood. Move your parents out the hood. Move your brothers, sisters out the hood. Because you can't go back there. You just can't. I mean, we have that conversation a lot. Like, there's people, you know, that my husband has gotten messages on Facebook of people that they just don't like him from back home. They don't rock with him. And God forbid, if they see some of the accomplishments he's made, you know, there's people who's already told him, oh, you ain't from New Haven. You can't be repping New Haven. Who you think you are? You're not from New Haven. What you mean? Like, that's where he's from. So when we go home, he can't mingle like that. You know, it has to be a quick in and out kind of visit, just because people are evil, unfortunately, you know, and you don't know what you might have said to years ago when they took it the wrong way, or they feel like you owe them something. You on, so you should have put me on, and you didn't put me on, so now I'm gonna shoot you up because I'm mad. Or we had beef in 10th grade, so I see you now. You know, the hate is real. The hate is real. People see the little bit of, I say a little bit of stuff, but the small stuff, the small accomplishments that we've made, or people come to our house and, oh my gosh, you know, I had one person say, I don't understand how you got this house. What you mean? There's people living more lavish than I am. You know what I'm saying? There's people that have more money than I do, but you mad at me. I don't know.
But
so
you are living well. I just want to put that out there. You guys are living well. Yes, you got a beautiful house, and I got my room there.
Yeah.
My bad.
But people don't understand the things you go through to get there. You know what I'm saying? The things God puts us through. The things told us.
I think Biggie
to accept those blessings.
I think Biggie summed it all up.
Wait 1 minute, Kiki. Go ahead, Judea.
Kiki said Biggie summed it all up.
We have some technical difficulty with Kilanda.
Yeah, I was saying this. I think Biggie summed. I don't know. Can you hear me?
We can. Go ahead, Kiki. We can hear you, but we can't see you.
I can see you.
We can't see you.
Your screen's black.
Your screen is black. And now you look like you in like a closet in a dark room. We can't see nothing but shadow.
And I see me with the whole background, everything.
Goodness. Well, anyway, so Judea, what was you saying?
I was asking Kiki if she was saying more money, more problems, but she said Biggie summed it up. Is that what you were saying?
We'll come back to Kiki.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was just saying that because people
we can hear you now because people. No.
No. Well, you know, I feel like I think it all boils down to like he's trying to say Biggie and Tupac. We could bring it back way back to that. But I think Biggie and Tupac, they had something to say. And I think these rappers right now have something to say. And
Yeah.
I don't know where the balance coming from. I don't know where that's coming from. That's my question. I just don't know where that's coming from. And
That's
besides,
why,
like Judea is saying, being hated on, so.
that's why I said the point of the more money, more problems. I think it comes more with anybody with elevation. People going to hate on you. They're gonna feel like she said, which is, he came from New Haven. Nobody thought he was really gonna make it. Nobody see him how he saw himself. So when to actually become what you said you was gonna become, their haters is gonna show up. They're gonna come out and be like, oh, he not one of us, he not this. But as long as he was low and just sitting there wishing and talking, y'all was all friends. But the moment you step out and you do what you set out to do, and the other one's still talking. I always say the saying, this is a saying I say to my kids, the difference from a rich man and a poor man, the rich man moved and the poor man kept talking. So he made a move and he did what he had to do. So I just feel like once you come back to that community and they don't receive you or they're jealous, it brings and you already had enemies when you left.
Yep.
You coming back to an atmosphere where there's animosity, jealousy, everything. So that's why I said personally, I wouldn't visit home. I left home. I would give back the way I could give back to the community without me necessarily being present, because now it's getting really crazy where people are randomly just shooting up places and you're in there and you're just trying to give back. The world is really becoming crazy right now. The young people is in a dark place. There is no light for them if they don't see a light. They're doing anything. So I just want to risk my life. I'm sorry. I love the people. I love everybody. But if my life is like you said, he had a mother, a father, if he had children, a wife or a family, you took that, you stole that from him. Mm-hmm. Just because he rap, just because he making it, or what Judea said, didn't put you on. Put yourself on.
Put yourself.
Shoot. Don't shoot me because you ain't do the work. Now you want me to give you a handout and I had to work hard and you want me to get a lot of that is the issue. Yeah. They get mad because you ain't put them on. But when I was doing the work, I ain't see you. Now I put in my work and I'm famous. Now you want to say, give me a handout, put me up there, do this, do that. And then when I come, you don't like me, so you shoot at me or you kill me. Right. Makes no sense.
And the things they don't know that these rappers have to go through to get on. Like,
right.
It's rough. I mean,
tell us about it.
It's hard. You don't understand how much struggle it is, how much you have to fight mentally, physically, emotionally. There are things you gotta fight in the industry to keep yourself sane, to keep yourself grounded, because it's it's no joke. Everybody ain't cut out for this industry. Its goal is to keep you alive, right? So when you get to a place where you can finally eat off of the seeds that you've sown in this industry, you ain't trying to give that away.
No.
I wish my husband would be like, oh, I'm gonna just put this person on just for what? You know, when he's been at it for so long, that's time, that's energy, it's rough in this industry. And if you weren't there to have his back, if you weren't there to help push him forward, if you weren't there just to be a shoulder or a emotional support system, somebody that he could say, I need you to pray for me real quick, somebody just to say, keep it up, I still believe in you. No, you're not getting a handout.
Point blank.
Not at all.
No.
It's hard. I mean, the things you have to go through. This industry is a beast.
Doggy eat roar or something like that. I don't know.
Dog world, it is. And, you know, it's sad that, like young Dolph, he getting cookies for his mother and they shot him up. For what? He can't go get cookies for his mom, like his mom. Sad. Because somebody's mad.
Wow.
It's sad. And the things they don't realize, my mom used to say, every dog has its day. All this materialistic stuff that people are envious about, when you die, you can't take none of that with you.
Amen.
You can't take none. Like, I watched my grandmother take her last breath and everything in her room was still there, but she wasn't. House still there, but she's not. My mom, car still here, she gone, you know? People get mad about all this materialistic stuff and they just want to, I'm gonna kill him, I'm gonna shoot him up. For what? One day that person's gonna die too. And all the stuff he was envious about, he can't take it with him neither. So that's my soapbox.
That is, Jadea, you said a mouthful. You know, life is short, you know, and what happened to the old rappers? What happened to what a Sugar Hill Gang? Y'all don't know about that, do you?
Oh, yes. You know.
What happened to all the hip hop, to the hip and all that, you know? They wasn't shooting nobody. I mean, they could come home and go to the ghetto, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Or
LL Cool J could come to the project where I lived at and shoot dice with my husband, you know, so back in the day, you know, so it's just too much. My heart goes out to the family that people, you know, that the kids, I call them kids because they're young, you know. And then you have rappers out here having videos naked. What is that all about? That's a whole different other segment. I mean, what is that all about?
Oh, no.
I mean, you know, for you to have kids, I just don't understand. The Bible said money is going to be the rule of all evil. And I see that on a regular basis. You know, everybody chasing the almighty dollar, but losing your soul. It's not worth it to me, people. It's not worth it to me. I don't know about you, Kiki.
It's really not. The real wealth and value is in family and love.
Amen.
I mean, money, you can have it, but it don't bring you joy. It don't bring you peace. Don't bring love. You can't even trust anybody around you. So, because the most ones that envy you, like Jadea said, but is your family, is the closest ones to you. A lot of times, it could be that one that sets you up because they know where you're going to be, what show you're going to be at, where you're going to be doing this. Where next thing you know, somebody come shooting you. It could be that person sitting next to you.
Close.
So it's just, I say to the industry, I just can't see how you can be in this industry and be safe if you don't have God as your covering, because it's a crazy world out here. It's even in the industry. I don't see how y'all still drug dealers and you're still packing all these guns and doing. I thought you left that behind. Like, show if you are going to transition to a rapper or hip hop or this, show these kids that you could do that without all of that.
Yeah.
That's my only thing to respect the industry. Like you said, with LL, we didn't see him pulling out guns and showing drugs and soliciting women all through the years of his rap. And he's been in the game. He just came, in the Hall of Fame.
I know.
And it's been years. I didn't see naked women on his videos, and he's showing block guns, and I'm on the app.
And the real true thing about LL, and I'm letting you know, he's with his same woman. He's still with his same wife.
And he's
because he living the real wealth. He living the real riches. It's not even in money. Like Judea said, she been holding her husband down before the light, before it all got all glam. I was holding him down, inspiring him, encouraging him.
Yes, she was.
Being there when looked like it just wasn't going to work out. I was there. She was, LL wife was there. You don't get no brownie points for the side chicks. Y'all don't get nothing.
None.
So all I'm saying is, like, come on, especially to our Black people. Like, come on, when somebody grow, let's all grow.
Yes, lift them up.
Why we gotta shoot? Why we gotta hate? We sitting here, Black Lives Matter. We fighting in the court systems. We fighting in the police department. Now what do we do with the industry? It's us against us.
Yeah.
How we fight that?
Yeah.
Makes
I think
no sense.
Of a rapper that you literally can see his growth is Jay-Z. You know, he went from being, I forget his first song because I wasn't in the original Jay-Z game. But to see him then, with the Blueprint and all that with Foxy Brown, to now he's rapping about Picasso pictures and other stuff that I can't pronounce and don't know. You know what I'm saying? I gotta Google, like, well, what's that? Let me Google this. Harold, I think I need one. You know? And saying, like, what's better than one billionaire? Two, especially when they're the same hue as you. Like, that was the dopest line ever. How come there can't be more than one Black billionaire? Oh, did I lose y'all?
Yeah. You back.
Best example of that. Like, everybody can get money together. We can make more together. You don't got on just because you think they got more than you. I'm telling you right now, you don't want to walk in these shoes, honey.
I don't want to. You can have them.
Me neither.
Yeah, I don't want to. I'm barely walking in my own shoes right now.
Like, oh, can I up? Please.
Good. Look, you can keep them red bottoms.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you know what? I'm just so thankful that we're here again, and we're here with the audience, and we're trying to do our best on Little Big Circle to tell people how, you know, we're just talking about how we feel about things. We would love to hear from you guys once again to tell us how you feel about what's going on, and we will bring it up in our next episode, in our next show. We will bring it up. We're going to start our asking questions and answering questions. We want to engage with you guys. I mean, I can speak for me. I know Jadea can speak for herself, and Kiki can speak for herself. I want to give a shout out to Tessie. We miss you. Jamala, we miss you. And you know, any of our panel that's not here today, we just want to know that we're still together. We're still together, you know. So with that, you know, we got like 5 minutes so us can, you know, say a little something to the audience. Go ahead, Kiki.
I just want to say, like you said earlier, just my condolences to the families that's, you know, experiencing death in the industry, even those that's been experiencing a lot of death and killing in the streets. You know, I just want to send my heartfelt condolences from Little Big Circle, that the family be encouraged and that we one day can come to a better level and a better understanding of each other, that we can respect who grow and who don't in this industry.
Real talk. Go ahead, Jadea.
What Kiki said was good. I like that. back on that.
These guys. Yeah, but we're gonna get back into saying I bet you didn't know, because we got to lighten up. Well, I mean, the thing of it is that we like talking about things like this, but we also know that God knows all of this stuff before it even happened. We know that. I know that. I don't know. I'm not trying to be religious or anything, but I know God has a plan. And I feel that, I know people might be going to shoot me down because they're like, God ain't had no plan for nobody to die, but he still has a plan. That's what I'm saying, my heart goes out to everyone, all of them, Kiki.
Huh?
I just want you to sing a little song for us, please, with our last 2 minutes on the show. And we're going to let Kiki sing and bless us tonight. And then after she finished singing, we just say goodnight. All right, Kiki. Whatever comes to your heart.
I'm trying to think. I love you. I love you. I love you, Lord, today, because you care for me in such a special way. That's why I'll praise you. I'll lift you up and I'll magnify your name. That's why my heart is filled with praise.
Woo! I finna go to church. Y'all better stop, Kiki. I finna. Well, she's such a blessing. I love her, and I'm not saying that because I'm her aunt, but I just do. I just love her, and she got a voice that's well, that's another story. That's another story. But Judea.
Yep.
I think we lost Kiki, but we only had we got a minute left. So Judea, say something to your fans out there. You look beautiful, I have to say. You're a beautiful woman. Yes, you are. You and your husband is a power team.
Thank you.
Yes.
Just thank y'all for listening. We love to hear from you. Whatever ideas you have for us to talk about, we love to hear them. And just stay safe out here in these streets, y'all.
Streets. I mean, Judea, do we have a website? We do have a website. I think so. Because in case someone want to buy one of our shirts that we all like so much. So, but we'll get that back to them.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're growing. So soon you'll be able to get LBC shirts and other merch.
Okay. All right. We love you. And peace out.
He's so